Guys, can you believe that Christmas is only 360 something days away? I can't believe it. Is it 360? Wait. I need to make sure that I'm not stupid. As the music pauses for this uncomfortable silence. Okay, I was correct. 360-ish days. Anyway, I was gonna start by just playing and kind of going over the word of the day, and then this popped up on my screen, and this is the first I've heard of this, so I figured we would start this episode, okay, reacting to whatever these two things are. So let's check it out. Oh God, how does this look on the screen? Can you see this? Let me. God, what are we looking at? Hold on.
Now,
don't underestimate a blizzard.
Hero Ice Golem's ability summons a snowstorm. Enemies inside are slowed down, slower attacks and slower movement. And if they stay too long,
Brain freaks.
where he walks, the storm follows, so kite your enemies and take the whole
It's
fight
like
with you.
poison, but it slows them down.
Let's do this.
What is happening right now? Did I miss the wizard? Okay.
Really?
You had your fun. My turn.
No!
Hero Wizard's ability allows him to take flight for a few seconds. Every hit
What?
turns enemies into a scorching tornado, affecting all troops with his
Oh
splash
my
and
God.
vanishing swarms in the flames.
Ooh.
Wonder who won.
1v1?
Let's go.
Felices fiestas!
Y próspero año nuevo!
Frohes neues Jahr.
La mulți ani tuturor și sărbători
Oh my
fericite!
Najsálky hardik szeptámnaje.
Wesołych świąt oraz szczęśliwego nowego roku.
Striders, spijt keer!
Well, those those heroes sound horrific, but it's kind of reminiscent of like a Smash Bros. Character reveal. You know what I mean? There we go. So let's get started. The topic of today's video is going to be the complete first act of my book. Now, I love sharing my writing. Obviously, I have been sending a few copies to friends and some curious students who wanted to read my work. So this will include spoilers, okay? After my recording right now, I'm actually going to be starting writing more of my second act. For those of you that don't know, I think I mentioned in the last video, I'm planning on writing this book in 3 parts, instead of like 3 separate books, right? So I figured I would talk about my first act in this video. Our word of the day is apropos, and this is used to mean with regard to, usually in the phrase apropos of, right? So our example is Sean interrupted our conversation about politics and apropos, I keep saying the S, apparently it's silent, and apropos of nothing, asked who he thought would win the basketball game. Okay, I see. So kind of like apropos of nothing, as if to say, like out of nowhere, you know, with regard to nothing of the conversation. It could also be used as kind of like the word appropriate, right? As in an apropos nickname. So that's curious. I don't know if I'll ever use that in my life, but we're going to be pushing more Trophy Road. Let's see what's popping off of the clan first. Wow! Excellent. Let's see. Let's go. Battle. What? Finally got Master Builder. Wow, we have so many people just joining the clan. Alright, well. Great, let's get our request in, and then we're gonna send it. Today... Oh, I changed the deck. I changed the deck around. I was experimenting with this one yesterday. I don't know how to feel about it just yet. Because Tornado's good. The issue is I can't really kill Firecracker, right? But I kind of like what I've got going here. See, if I had Hero Musketeer, it would be over, because I would have Hero Musketeer instead of Knight, probably. Maybe I would have Hero Musketeer instead of Mini P.E.K.K.A, and then I would have Arrows instead of Tornado. But I just don't have... I mean, I could do it anyway. Let's do that. I'm going to change things up one more time. For the video. For the fans. But I've been playing this. It used to be Boss Bandit. I replaced Boss Bandit with Spirit Empress since it's more flexible. So let's try it. And we're going to be pushing trophies. Got to a new arena the other day. So let's do it. Let's talk about my book, okay? I want to quickly summarize, like, how I was inspired to write it. I mentioned that in a previous Clash video, I think. But I figured for the sake of this video, I would go over that whole process again, too. Ooh, that's not good. That's something else about this deck, is I don't have enough splash. Air defense and splash is an issue. This could maybe be Baby Dragon instead. But then again, I don't think that would really synergize. I mean, maybe with the Battle Ram it would work, but still. Let's do one of these. I don't know how this is going to work, but let's try this. Oh god. Well, if she places the turret down, I mean, it's... Okay, we still got a connection somehow. That's insane to me. And that Musketeer is dead. Oh my god, one shot from the... See, that's the thing. This damage is crazy. That was 400 damage. Oh my god, that almost took tower. Wow. So, I was in college, and at the time, I was experiencing some of the worst panic attacks I ever had in my life. Actually, I should say the first panic attacks I ever experienced. I had never experienced a panic attack before college, as it were. I thought I had, but I was wrong for sure. And I had been really impacted by this for a very long time. This has been going on for like a month, roughly, of like non-stop panic attacks that would last pretty much all day. My body would feel weird. I felt tingly all the time and like tight in the chest. And it was really difficult, especially when you had to study and do essays and work. Bad zap. Ah, that's a bad zap. Alright, we gotta get ready for this. So I'm gonna pop one of these back here, and I'm gonna pop one of these up here. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do this instead. He's put me in a bit of a tricky situation here. My father's calling me. This is even trickier of a situation. But it wouldn't be a true Clasher video if I didn't answer the call on video. Hello. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? Okay. Well, I'm currently recording a video, but I figured it would be funny if I answered the call. I don't think you're like able to be heard on the call, but maybe you are, and that would be funnier. But I'm currently destroying this guy right now, so you've called at a good time. I figured that maybe I could. I don't know if you want to meet up or if you want me to come pick up Rumo. It's up to you. Sounds good. Well, maybe I'll swing by Maybe around like 5. Cool. Thank you. Love you. Bye. Let's go! Easy, light work, light work. Electro Giant. Seasonal chest. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? It's actually kind of cooler than the other stuff I got, so we'll take it. Did I? Oh, I didn't get shop stuff yet. Let's do that. So, anyway, featuring Mr. Casher, Senior. I still don't have any magic cards. I think it's because of the update where everything got a new level. I'm not getting as many wild cards from rewards. But anyway, inspiration for my story. So this was a really stressful time in my life because I was really struggling with like how to manage life with all of these different panic attacks happening all the time. That's not going to hit tower. And I was also writing a lot of poetry at the time, but because of all the reading I was doing in my studies, I was doing a lot of like readings of epics and stories I've talked about before on the channel, like Paradise Lost, The Odyssey, Shakespeare. I don't know if I read the Iliad in college, but Dante's Inferno. Did I say that yet? This guy's done. Oh my god. I might have made some good changes, you guys. And so all of these different stories, I really enjoy. I've talked about them before, like I said. Ooh, that's a level 16 fireball. Okay, well, he just used his fireball, so I'm just gonna do this now. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, I love epics, right? These long-form stories that are deeply rich, deeply rich with lore. I'm gonna let that go. And I've always wanted to write one. I've written and self-published a book, but I've always wanted to write like an epic. Oh, that was a bad move, buddy. That was such a bad move. That was 2 elixir for 6. I mean, I guess technically I spent 6 with the battle ram and a little bit more with the ghost, but look at all this extra damage I get because of that value. That's insane. And so then I was starting to think about like short stories, or like what kind of stories I could write that could like embody that stress that I was feeling. Because in my creative writing class, I was always taught that if you write down your feelings, you're kind of like immortalizing them on the page, right? And then you don't have to worry about them because they're just kind of, they're out there, you don't have to think about it, right? And so then I started thinking of like villain concepts, because again, anxiety is a negative feeling. So, oh my god, whatever. I just have to defend, that's what I have to remember. Ooh, watch this. Oh, Evo Zap ruins the fun. Whatever. So I started thinking of like villain concepts, right? Because, you know, anxiety and mental health is our antagonist. So I was like, I want to create like a dark, you know, I was kind of in the mood of like Lovecraftian, eldritch, cosmic horror, stuff like that. And I wanted to create something similar. And so that's how I devised the idea of the Magi, who are the main antagonists of the story. And their whole deal... Ooh, that's not good. Monks. Look at that, though. That's awesome. Now we're just gonna go hard. Go! Push him! Push him! Yes! That's insane! What? That's crazy. Get a zap ready. He has bats, doesn't he? Oh my god. It's so sad, but so fun to watch. That, I think, dies to tower, right? Okay. So he was playing some weird form of log bait? I was too slow. Can I push him back? Does that still splash? It doesn't matter. Now, what does he have again? Ghost in Pocket. I don't know. He has Monk. I didn't know what I thought that was going to do. Get bats ready. Now, timing is important for that. He's still going to have to... Actually, no, with the King Tower, he's not. Now, surely he doesn't have Monk ready, so we're going to pop one of these down. Yeah, doesn't matter. I wish that didn't take as much damage, but alas. I could probably trick him here, though. Pop it. Let's go, I got the Dark Goblin, too. That's crazy damage. Go invisible. Oh my god, it's perfect! It's perfect, bats. Oh, that was good. That was good arrows, good arrows. That's not gonna matter. He's trying really, really hard. I didn't mean to place him so early. Change priority? It's over. The game's over. Put this down here. Get the zap ready. Uh-oh. It's not over yet, guys. I don't know why I arrowed that, but it's fine. Surely. And don't call me Shirley. I forgot I got both of his towers. Okay. So I created the Magi. And I was like, well, Magi is just the plural of mage, right? And a mage is just like a wizard, right? Like that's been done before. And I was like, well, I want to theme them around this idea of like this like cosmic, almost like cosmic fear that I feel sometimes, right? So I was like, okay, they are magi, but they cast magic of the mind, right? And so the whole concept is just gonna let that go, huh? Oh man, I wish I would have waited just a little bit more. That would have been so huge. Okay, I lose. I mean, oh my god, it's just horrible. E-Golem is one of those cards that's just like, if you don't have a building, you just cry. And that's it. You know? But I mean, now look at this counter push. This is crazy. I'm just gonna go all in. Get my zap ready. No, it's not gonna matter. Night ability. Arrows. That's fine. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. That's one arrows. If he doesn't play E-Golem, I'm just gonna let the towers clean this up. I'm gonna play bats here. Okay, I gotta focus here. But so the idea of the Magi, they cast magic of the mind, right? They like hypnotize, they cause illusions, panic, fear, madness. And I was like, well, that's cool, but like, what about everybody else? So the story took a lot of inspiration from... So that's gonna kill, isn't it? Wow, that's gonna kill. Alright, well... I think I just have to accept my fate, you guys. Can I pop shield before this dies? I can. It resets, but it doesn't really matter. Good God. Let's just do this now. Get the zap ready. Perfect. One more hit, please. Let's do this here. perfectly fine. It's gonna kill my Spirit Empress barely. That was bad, that was bad, that was bad. Okay, we killed the Musketeer at the very least. What in the world? Dude. E-Golem, I swear. He's gonna play another one, so here's what I'm gonna do, right? Get the keyboard ready. No! I hate E-Golem with a burning passion. Please retarget on tower. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. Okay, well, whatever. So the story takes a lot of inspiration from Dune, Avatar, The Last Airbender, the show, and Lord of the Rings, in the sense that it's an epic, it's a cosmic, political, there's like hints of like these religions that I've kind of concocted. There's a lot of lore and world building that's been put into this. And so every single faction, religion, faith, this attacks air. Anyway, they all have their own belief systems and politics and so forth. And that's, I've always liked including that in my stories. It's sort of in my first story too, which I could talk about in a different video. But I've always liked creating stories that have rich lore and world building. Now watch this, ready? This is gonna be devious. Go! Oh. Party pooper. One hit at least. Oh, okay. So, Avatar The Last Airbender inspired my main characters. Geo, mostly inspired after Aang from the show. You know, the main character of the monk tribe, who, of course, the monks can control the elements. And the way that I wanted to, you know, include that in the lore of the story is that they have this organ in their body that allows them to essentially siphon energy from the earth and kind of manipulate the elements around them with their natural energies. He tried everything he could, but I'm still getting that damage on the tower. He misses the cannon, Evo, which means now I can just do this. Wait, let's be smart about this. I want him to go somewhere first. JK, I'm too impatient. Oh. That's fine though, because what? I got ripped off, man. Alright, that was not good. He definitely has Hog, right? Unless he's playing like Sneaky Golem. Cycle. No, he has Hog. Did I know that? Yeah, I did. He played it at the beginning of the game. Can I just knight here, please? No! Oh my god, 2.6 Hog is gonna drive me up the wall, for sure. He's gonna play Skeletons. Or not. He just has another Musketeer, of course. Because of course he does. He's gonna play Hog soon, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Then I'm gonna do this. I did that. Oh, it didn't kill my bats. Okay. Okay, this is good. He's gonna play Cannon. Hits my thing. I'm gonna zap. I mean arrows. Zap. Please, Cannon. No! It was on tower. It was so on tower. I hope I'm not echoing. Am I too close? Am I too close? I don't know. I'm so dead. Oh my god, I'm so cooked. I'm just so cooked. I'm so I'm like... like, crispy. Doesn't even describe how cooked I am. Burnt to a char is closer. Oh, Evo Ghost. One more hit, please. Go. Battle Ram. He's gonna have to either Fireball Cycle or get a Hog on tower. just gonna arrow all of this, get a musketeer and bats ready for the hog. It's coming any second now. I can feel it. I'm gonna put a Spirit Empress on the ground. We just have to defend now. Because there's no way he's gonna... Oh. Yeah, he's fireballing there. He's not gonna be able to fireball cycle me. Bats. Spirit Empress flying. Here it comes. No? Arrows all of this. There it is. Zap. I missed the zap! No! Arrows! Oh my god. But it was actually me who was doing the cooking. Oh my god, I've never tried so hard in a game of my life. Let's go back for a second and take a breather. Oh my god. I'm like out of breath after that. Got all my presents though. Oh man. I'm getting all of this stuff here. How close am I to the 1,000 gems? Jeez, there's so many left. 8 days? We could do it. So the monks, they control elements with an organ in their body. I think I already went over that though. And then I wanted to come up with 2 different factions. And my thought process, right, was like Tolkien and J.R.R. Martin. J.R.R. Martin? R.R. Martin. J.R.R. Martin? R.R. Martin. Where'd the J come from? Is it J.R.R. Martin? It's just R.R. Martin, isn't it? Whatever, man. I'm gonna start confusing myself. The big fantasy guys. Ooh, zap that. It's juicy. It's the most delicious thing. He didn't know what to do. He was so bamboozled. Boom and boom. I got 1 hit on the barrel. That's fine. Musketeer here for sure. If I could get the ability off, I probably could have actually, but it's not worth it. He's gonna let that go. Okay. Interesting choice. But my thought process was like, well, I don't want to create another fantasy story with elves and orcs and goblins, right? It's been done so many times before. So I wanted to create 2/3. It's kind of a spoiler, but not really, because it's introduced in the first act. Different factions. Different races, essentially, that weren't goblins. I think I got him to quit. And I was like, okay, well, I really like the idea of, like, this really isolationist, like, tribe that hides in the caves and the forests that can, like, harness their own shadow to kind of copy their moves and fight alongside them, right? Those are kind of inspired by, like, the shadow clones from Mario Galaxy, you know, that, like, follow Mario around. And then, inspired by my first book, I wanted a faction of people who lived up in the mountains that had, like, communicative powers with animals, right? Like, they could essentially cooperate with animals and have them as essentially parts of their societies. So they, like, understand one another and can command them beyond just, like, simple tricks, for example, like a dog. More intelligent tasks and so forth. Can this witch... Oh my... This is... Oh god, and we all know what's gonna happen with that knight. He used the ability way too early, in my opinion, because now that witch is dead. That's a level 17 witch, by the way. Is this guy Evo credit card? Is that what I'm noticing right now? Does he have level 16 everything? Someone's watching me. I gotta win this. It's either George or Jorge. And whatever it is, he's relaxed online, which isn't a good sign. Does he have level 16 everything? Not towers. He's playing this very patient. And we know he has Tesla, so I'm going to play this further back this time. So those are my 4 factions. The 5th one I'll leave secret for now, because it's not fully revealed in the first act. It's only really a subtle addition. Don't jump, please. That was a very smart tornado. You can see it in my face. I'm already not feeling good about this one. I mean, he's got level 16 everything. I mean, we know what this guy's doing, right? He got his Christmas money. He bought his favorite deck with Mega Knight and his heroes. He bought them all. He bought them all. He got them all to level 16. And then he was like, oh, what if I get Royal Chef? And I don't want to spend all my money because, you know, I don't want to. So I'm not going to level it up all the way, but it's still going to get these up to level 17, so oh my god. I mean, what did I expect? What did I expect, right? What did I actually, realistically expect? You know what? I'm just not... I'm just not gonna bother. Sometimes the best solution to things in life is just to not bother. And that, you know, in other words, right, just don't care. And that might sound lazy to some of you, but it's important to care about the things that are important, right? But losing at a video game is not important. There are other things to get upset about. Sometimes you just can't care. Because, trust me, if you care too much, you're going to play on tilt and lose a bunch of games like I'm going to do right now. I mean... where is it? Oh, now he's playing. What's happening right now? Oh, God. He has level 16 stuff, too. Was he giving me, like one good push before he started playing because he knows that he has level 16 everything? Oh, God. I should have took the tower while I had a chance. I thought I had my knight out. What did I just press? I thought I just pressed a button. Did I not have my knight? Am I going crazy? Nah, you guys are going crazy. Go! Oh my god. Your confidence is giving me strength. I don't know why I placed the Empress that far back, because now he's just going to distract it. Or not, or he's just going to let it go. That's... I don't really understand this guy's game plan here. That just wasn't... I don't think that was really positive at the end of the day for him. He took my Spirit Empress out, but like, watch this. It's over. We're gonna pop this down. We're gonna wait till we have 4, 5, 6 Battle Ram in front to tank a few shots, and then we're gonna do one of these. I didn't get the wizard. It doesn't matter. What's bro doing? He has level 16 everything, and he can't... Was he just not here? Was he not here? So anyway, I haven't even gotten to the book yet, so those are all the factions. I wanted to create, like, the conflict, right? So I wanted to come up with, like, belief systems and ideas. There are the humans, who, I guess you could call them the 5th faction, sort of. What is this guy... I just knew it. I knew he would have it. Kill the princess, please. Thank you. Now he doesn't have skeleton army, so now what I'm thinking is I just do that push I did last time. We put him to the side, not in front, because we want the battle ram to take the first few shots. And then we do this. It's so... I mean, if the Valkyrie wasn't still hitting them, we baited out a fireball though. So all's well that ends well. So anyway, there's the humans, right? They're treated kind of like cattle, right? They don't really matter in the society that this world is built around. That was maybe value, I don't know. And it's not worth it. I'm gonna wait. That's just an easy arrows right there. Oh, that's just an easy arrows. Here come the hogs, by the way. But anyway, the main religion, there they are, finally. Started, right? It's kind of this, like, there's like the king of earth, and he's essentially just the ruler of the land. And the story goes that the humans were too content with what they had. And so, because in this world, faith, I don't know why the zap went up there when I clicked over here, but whatever. Faith and gods work in such a way where gods can only exist if they're given enough faith. And if they don't have enough faith, the gods die. And so, because of the humans' lack of faith in their contentment, their god died. And in their place, this asteroid or this meteor storm rained down on their land. And these new deities came from this other world, from space, to essentially start claiming human souls in return for like a favor, of course. Is he trying to cycle to fireball? He's not going to make it. And so as a result of this, because they're so desperate, they give in to the temptations of these astral gods that come from space, and they transform into these four factions. And I think in a previous video I also mentioned that the story is also inspired by the story from the Old Testament of the collapsing of the Tower of Babel, which, if you don't know vaguely, it's a story of architects who were trying to build a tower to see God, right? A tower so high that they'd be able to see his face. And because it's not possible to. Interesting turret there. Oh, I see. It's to protect his mortar that I forgot about. It's not going to cut it, Chief. He's still got a lot of value out that mortar, though. Yeah, so they couldn't. The tower collapses, and they're all confused, right? They don't know how to speak each other's languages, and that's essentially the story of how, like, the world came to be with so many different languages. But I wanted to, like, make, like, a fantasy adaptation of that. Oh, come on. For George's sake, Pickle Man from Wifferton. Can we please just have... some normalcy? So I wanted to make a modern fantasy version of that, right? How do I do that? Well, I was like, instead of languages, let's just call it faiths or factions or races, right? Oh my god. Please tell me that's hitting the Empress. Oh man, you guys, we're getting to that point in our Clash session, right, where, like, it really starts to weigh on a man's soul. You've probably been there once or twice in your life, and you know it's not a very pleasant time. I didn't mean to play that. It's over. It's over. The game's 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 over. gonna make some changes here. Some last minute changes, and you know what? Folks aren't gonna be too happy about it. But you know what? We're gonna do it anyway. Wait. How do I want to do it, though? Where do I want to... Where... There it is. So we want a building. Especially this building. Let them cook. What did I just replace? What did I just replace, you guys? What did I replace? Am I losing my marbles? Arrows. No, but here's the thing though. We want Arrow's skeleton barrel. Okay. And then we want this here. Yeah. Some modifications. Mr. Cashier, want to run duos? Let's do a round. Is he on right now? 7 people on right now? We'll see if he sends an invite. In the meantime, let me catch up on my storytelling. I'll do this. So they become shattered in factions and in race, so forth. And the story... I just got a notification. The story picks up at the very first chapter with our main characters, the monks. And there is an attack looming on the horizon. They just don't know when it's coming. And I just realized how monumental of a task this will be to summarize this first act within this video. It's already 43 minutes. But I'll give you the spark notes, right? We're introduced to the village of Metan, Geo, Rhea, and Poe, the main characters, and some of the characters from their hometown. And the 3 main characters are childhood friends, but soon their village is devastated by this attack from the Magi. And Geo helps fight them off. Rhea is a tide bringer. She can manipulate water. Geo is a Voltromancer, although he doesn't have his full capabilities available to him right away. And Poe is a druid who can manipulate the plants and so forth. And they drive back the Magi, but their village is destroyed. There's so many people that are dead or missing. And so the group is left no other choice but to move on and try to find help somewhere. That's good damage. I haven't played Skeleton Barrel in a very long time. Let's cycle our cage. Big mistake, buddy. Yes, it went in front. That's crazy. I mean, this guy's just cooked, right? Yeah. That's big damage. That's what you get for having a pump, man. Ah, I was hoping for one more. Let's get you down. And then you. Perfect timing, by the way. Because those bats are eating right now. And that should work, too. Yeah. Let's bounce that guy away. For the skeleton barrel. Doesn't matter, buddy. Surprise, Ground Empress. Ground Empress is actually pretty strong. Look at this value, by the way. Now we have this ready for whatever kind of shenanigans he has. But they head off. They don't know what to do. People are gone, missing. And so they make their way to Imlan, which is really the only human city, the major human city that exists, central in Yolindo, which is the main continent. Oh my god, Bruiser on tower. That's so funny, actually. Alright, let's do this soon. Then we'll do this. This is dangerous. I didn't get the... Oh, I did. We're gonna lose a tower, maybe two. Maybe both of them. Maybe actually exactly both of them. That's fine. That's not fine anymore. Skeleton Barrel's going crazy, though. Oh, Skeleton Barrel. Okay. Now, how are we gonna win? That's my question. It's over. 3 Musketeers, man, I don't know. Okay, I was trash talking the elixir pump earlier, but anyway. Apropos of my book. They make it to Imlan, where they meet Kiswa, who is a rogue mage. And she's kind of just like at this bar alone. And the monks are looking for a table because the place is packed. But they're looking for a place to just rest their legs, so this place looked welcoming enough. And that's epic. Whatever. Death damage. Nice. I got values on that arrows with the knight, or the miner, anyway. Bats. And I got him to spend some elixir, right? Now, I think what I want to do is I want to just yank this musketeer. Then I'm gonna go boom and boom, and soon oh my god, the trickery. It's crazy. Regardless, I don't get any hits. Maybe one? Nah. Turns out Kiswa what does a man do, you know? This might be the last game. Then we'll have to pick this up in another video. Kiswa's the princess of the Mage King. And they're like, what? What are you doing here? Like, we need to leave. This person's not safe. And they're like, you know, whatever, maybe we can trust her. And she's like, guys, I promise you, like, I've been exiled. Like, I don't have any favors, you know, to carry out for the king. And so they're like, okay. And they get along with her just fine. They head off to find a place to rest for the night after they leave Imlan. It's over. We're so toasted. I mean, I could have defended that, but we all know how that's gonna go. They find a place to stay, and then Kiswa goes missing. And they're like, of course she goes missing. I knew we couldn't trust her. And they kind of move on. And throughout this time, we get some glimpses into like the Magi workings and like what they're doing behind the scenes. This is huge for me. These two magic items, by the way. Let's hold on, because I was playing a Ram Rider, not a Ram Rider, a Battle Ram deck. Let's do this. Can I gem it? No. We're so close. And then Zap, I think we want to throw these into. Man, we're so close to having another level 16, 2 level 16s. But I guess I'll leave it there, right? We get some glimpses into what the Magi are doing, right? We hear about Dewey Kazitri, who's like the Mage King. We also hear, I think, about Kai Kazitri, who's the brother, a little bit later. And he becomes an antagonist further on in the book. Or at least a more prominent antagonist. But there's a lot of like weird magic happening in the background. There are humans that are like warped and transformed into weird monsters, and people don't really know why. But they say that because of the deals that the humans make with these like celestial beings, it changes them, right? And so they have to fight a few of these in their journeys. But we'll leave it there for now. This is a long video. But thanks for joining me. I'll leave it there. Who knows? Maybe you'll get another one. We'll see. Having a propo day.